What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the Dream FI channel. I wanted to share with you the 5 steps I took to buy 6 houses with absolutely $0. No, this isn't clickbait and it's not a gimmick. And I'm not going to sell you a $1,000 course on how you can do it. I'm sharing this because my goal is to show you guys that you don't need to have $1 million stashed away to start investing in real estate. You can do it right now. I know a lot of you are just wanting the simple step-by-steps on how to get started in real estate and start generating passive income. So today I'm going to lay out 5 simple steps you can follow. And if you follow these steps, you will find success in real estate. I want to help you guys out by teaching you how to use your finances to improve your future and be able to have the freedom to do the things that really matter to you so that you can live the dream. Before we begin, if you haven't already and you really like these steps, give that like button a smash and subscribe to the channel. With that being said, let's begin. So here's the story. I was in my early 20s getting ready to be married in a few months, and I just bought my first house and moved in. I had been looking for a rental property for over a year, and I spent countless hours reading popular books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, Long Distance Real Estate Investing by David Green, and The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. I knew what I wanted, and I went after it. I looked through the MLS, I contacted investors and real estate agents from all over, and left no stone unturned. I embarrassed myself a lot, got a lot of people to reject me, never returning my calls, and other deals that just fell through. I found this ad on Craigslist, of all places, titled $185,000 for 6 cash flowing rentals. I contacted the owner, and what was supposed to be a short conversation ended up being a 4-hour-long conversation about life, values, philosophy, and so much more. Through this conversation, I found out why the owner wanted to sell a cash-flowing package of houses, and he stated that he had entered a partnership and an LLC with a guy that he didn't want to do business with anymore. I found out his why, and I shared with him my why. And after negotiating for about a week, we decided that I would pay full price under the condition of seller financing, where he would essentially be the bank, and I would be paying him a monthly mortgage. We established a balloon payment, which is where the total balance of the note was going to be due at a certain time. But with the seller financing, I negotiated $0 up front. And within 2 weeks, I had purchased 6 houses sight unseen in another state that were cash flowing. By the end of the month, I had bought my personal house and these 6 houses and increased my net worth from hardly anything to almost $35,000 and grossing almost $37,000 in rental income annually. Now, there's a lot to unpack in this story, and I know a lot of you are probably going to have your own opinion on what transpired. However, there were 5 main steps that I figured out that helped me land this deal, and I want to share these with you. The first and probably the most important step is you need to educate yourself. Read up on the right books, listen to podcasts, find a mentor, seek out success stories and see what they did. Mimic successful patterns and discern what's going to be best for you in your life. And the most important, learn about yourself. Know what your strengths and weaknesses are and use them to your advantage. A lot of times we don't think we know enough and that is too complicated, but that's not the case. There's plenty of free education out there. You just have to spend the time to invest in yourself to learn everything you need. If I hadn't taught myself about creative financing, this deal would have never happened. I learned that there's a reason why they needed to sell, and that if I could find what that need was and be able to fulfill it while keeping my own needs, the owner would be more likely to be flexible and make this deal work. The second step is that if you haven't already, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. And take some time and describe what your goals are. Be creative and be specific. I spent the time writing out and describing the type of rentals I wanted, where they were going to be, and exactly the type of people I wanted to lease them. If you cannot clearly define what your goals are, chances are you're going to get distracted and never achieve them. You're just going to wander around and never actually take any actionable steps. Have tunnel vision and focus on what's going to get you to where you truly want to be and accomplish what you truly want to accomplish. What do you want to do? Invest in hotels? Airbnb? Single-family rentals? Flipping houses? The key is that you've got to decide. Here's the truth. If you cannot define what you want, you cannot decide on what to do. Know what you want, and then the action and the education will follow. The third step is that you need to practice knowing what a good deal is. Know how to calculate your numbers. Make a spreadsheet and figure out what your requirements are for cash flow, cap rate, cash on cash return. If you don't know how to tell a good deal from a bad deal, you're going to more than likely have a first deal be a bad deal and ruin what could be your ticket to living the dream. Don't get too ambitious, and don't be too lazy and skip the numbers. Perfect practice makes perfect. Get it down now so that when you start getting out there, you'll be the expert of what you want. The fourth step is to get your ducks in a row and be prepared for the deal. If you need to get pre-approved, go do it. If you need to show proof of funds, have that ready. If your strategy is to go creative financing, have your sales pitch ready and have the tools ready to listen to the needs of the buyer and make a win-win deal. You have to be prepared. If that means you practice analyzing a deal every single day and create different creative financing deals depending on hypothetical scenarios, then go do it. Treat it as if you're practicing for the big game for Friday night. Know who your agents are going to be, who you trust as your contractor, which property management company you feel comfortable with managing your rentals, or who your business partner is going to be. The fifth, the final, and the most important step is that you just have to get out there and try, and you cannot be afraid of failure. There was over a year prior to this deal where I spent writing offers, contacting owners, reaching out to investors, trying to get deals and making something happen. One consistent and relentless year of putting myself out there and striving to make something. I made so many mistakes, and I still make plenty of mistakes now. I have failed so many times on cold calls, meetings, and embarrassed myself on multiple occasions in front of really important people. But through those experiences, I learned more than any book had taught me. I made networks and connections with people, discovered new things about real estate, and discovered new things about myself that all contributed to landing this deal. I found out what I really wanted, and my goals in the beginning of that year are completely different than what they are now. It took a year of failure to land this one deal. You have to see rejection and failure not as a fault, but as an opportunity to improve. And when you approach each deal, each investor, each agent, and each chance as an opportunity to grow rather than to fail, you get excited about it and you have no hesitation in jumping in. The best thing I got out of this deal is that I actually found a business partner, which was the owner of the houses that I bought. We are currently working on another deal for 3 more houses using creative financing and are in the works to do some flips in the near future. Here's the truth. These anomalies that you hear all the time about, these deals that come out of nowhere, these perfect deals that just seem so hard to find, that seem so far-fetched and unreal to even believe. I was able to land one of these because I networked, I reached out, I tried new things. There's no way of finding these kinds of opportunities without action. I made a business partner with a guy on Craigslist that I've yet to meet in person. The point is that sometimes opportunities are made, and other times you have to go out there and just find them. My mentor taught me to be a good steward of opportunities. Put yourself in position to be ready for when these opportunities come. Be a steward of the opportunity and just get after it. So that's the story of how I bought 6 houses for $0 and a step-by-step guide on how you can land your first, second, or your next real estate investing deal. Step 1 is to educate yourself. Step 2, if you haven't already, describe, write out your goals. Step 3, practice, and know what a good deal is. Step 4, make sure you have all your ducks in a row. And step 5, the most important, is action. That's it. Don't overcomplicate it. I made 5 simple, easy steps for you and how you can land your next deal. And don't get confused. Find out where you are right now and get after it. I hope this video was really helpful for you guys and you guys walk away with the knowledge and the steps and tools needed to land your first or next deal. If you have the knowledge, if you have the tools, and you have the guts, you can make a deal like this or better happen easily. And you can be successful at real estate. If you haven't already, go ahead and smash that like button and leave a comment down below. I will try my best to respond to every single comment that's on here, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to check out my website. Link is in the description below. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at LiveTheDreamFI. Let's try to share this information to everyone. Let's make a better world through financial independence and help people live the dream. Thanks again for watching, you guys. And until next time.